And we're back with WSJ Lunch Break. I'm Wendy Bounds. Today on our Mansion Watch, we are taking you inside a 10-year, $1 million European home restoration in Long Island. Nancy Keats, she joins us now from Portland. We're all over the world here with the details. So, Nancy, let me ask you this. Why did the owner of this home in Long Island feel so compelled to restore it to true European fashion?
Well, he is of European descent himself. His father and mother were Italian immigrants, and he grew up in a tenement in Brooklyn, and he always aspired to have a sort of European style house. And he was looking for a neighborhood with good schools, found this neighborhood, and it turned out to have been built and designed by Levitt & Sons, which was very Long Island centered.
And that's William Levitt. I mean, when we think of Levitt, we think of Levittown, right? But there's a very distinct difference in the look of those homes and these homes.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So Levittowns were known for sort of mass production of houses, kind of like cars were mass produced. They're all ranch houses, very close together, very middle class. But what people don't realize is that Levitt also built these very large, very European style houses that were much more upper middle class. And they are Tudors, they're colonials, but they're extremely sort of classic and traditional.
Now let's go through, we've been looking at some of the details in this home, which are quite beautiful. I mean, it took 10 years. I hope you got it right. But let's talk about some of the greatest expenses. Now the kitchen island and the granite countertop there, quite an ordeal.
Yeah, he was really meticulous. So he decided instead of just having the usual typical 1-inch thick granite, he wanted 2-inch thick granite. So that weighed 2,000 pounds and took special equipment to bring it into the house, and ended up costing, quite a bit more, $20,000 more than it would have.
Ouch, because you needed that 1 more inch. I mean, but that granite is heavy. So he's got the 2-inch granite countertop. Now the roof, to get the roof just right, it was kind of just wrong the way one contractor did it. What did he have to do to fix it?
Right, so he, as a contractor, he builds stores for celebrity fashion people, but he hired a contractor because his wife says he never gets anything done, which the 10-year period might say something about. But anyway, the roof, he wanted it to be the same era slate as had originally been on the house, and so when the roof was incorrectly done, he had to go out and buy fine slate from that era and replace it and have the whole roof retiled.
All right, and then the oven. If that wasn't enough, the roof and the kitchen island, the oven was kind of tricky as well.
Yeah, well, okay, so the Italian descent, he wanted a pizza oven, and you'd think a pizza oven wouldn't be that much, but actually it meant building a whole oven and a new chimney in the house. So the actual oven kit wasn't that great, but the total was $70,000 with all of the structural additions.
So he was very meticulous, obviously. I mean, again, he spent a decade. I keep coming back to that because I've been through renovations, and like 1 year seems like eternity. 10 years, I can't even imagine. How did his family, because he had kids, how did they cope while this was all going on?
Luckily, they're a really close family, and they started out by blowing out the side of the house and creating another room above the garage where they lived while this was going on. And they just basically moved from room to room as they were finished. And his son said he basically spent middle school and high school moving around the house to different rooms.
All right, Nancy Keat, thanks so much for being with us. Appreciate that. More in our mansion section as well.